Alright, so for voodoo doll closets, what's awesome about them is now you can make a switch do multiple things, or you can have one simple thing be required by multiple switches. So a lot of fun stuff like that. And first thing I'm going to show you here, we've got Doom Guy situation here. We've got Arch Files. I got this infinite rocket launcher, but I can't kill them. I can't do anything about that, right? I need to press these two switches. Now you can do stuff like maybe you require two keys to press these couple switches, and then it'll open up the Arch Files, but also like do something else maybe. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some cool stuff. So first of all, the closet itself, we're gonna draw it. It's gonna be 64 units long, and we're gonna add a player one start. It needs to be facing down, and the essential is that you have the closet itself is gonna have to have a tag. And something you can do, you can give either this line the scroll action, or you can draw a line like outside the map and give that the scroll action. But for this purpose, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the closet itself. So action 253 is gonna scroll floor and move things, and that's gonna get tag 2 to match with the closet there. Now I want when I press these two switches, I want these arch files to open up, but I also want this floor to turn into damaging floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first address the whole thing where two switches are going to open up the arch files and stuff. So I need to put a barrier in front of this guy, right? He's going to be scrolling, he's going to be pushing against a couple barriers, and then after he's done, then you can the fight can start. So I go ahead and I draw. Actually, let me go ahead and do something. Let me make this sector very dark. That way you can actually see the grid behind there, and it can help you. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have two of these barriers here. These two barriers are gonna have to have their own tags, each their own tags. That way they can be separate by themselves. And now for closets, to make them pretty efficient, what you need to do is you need to make the ceiling height 56, because that is the height of Doom Guy. So the ceiling height is going to be 56, but these two barriers make the floor height 1. Now what this does for you is now, if we can spawn in there please. Now if you, now this one height is going to prevent Doom Guy from walking, but now when you press the switch to lower them, it's going to lower very quickly, and there's not going to be any delay in this closet. Now another thing, I can also go ahead and throw it in here. Although for a lift you would want it to be higher, but this is if you wanted it to be a sequence of switches. So if you want it to be a sequence of switches, you can have, for example, one of these be a little bit farther down the line. Doom Guy will get stuck here, and that's how that'll work. So this is sector tag 3, tag 4. You have to make the switches here. I'm going to go ahead and make them tag 3 and 4. So tag 3. So for both of these, right, depending on how you set this up, right? So let's say I set this up so this was a ceiling. You'd have to have an action that raises a ceiling. But for me, I have a floor here, and I want to do a lift, because lifts are how you have a forced sort of switch sequence, like you have to do it in the right order. So give it an action that is generalized. I typically just go generalized lift. It's going to be switch once, and speed turbo, why not? The delay, you can control the delay on lifts. It doesn't really matter because you're just going to go right, you're going to zoom right past it. And then the target is going to be lowest adjacent floor. That means it's going to lower down to the 0 height, and then Doom Guy will be able to move over. So you have that action. And if you go ahead and start the map, you'll see, oh well, Voodoo Doll Closet. I'm famous for this. That's gonna be the meme of this channel. Just me always spawning myself in a voodoo closet. So let me go ahead and oof, this open GL. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So the voodoo closet is there on, oh, let me go here. The voodoo closet is there on the right. So when I hit the switch on the right, because that was the second one in the sequence, see that one turned gray on the bottom? If you press that, nothing happens. Oh, and I have switch once, so now I'm soft locked. But if you press the first switch in the sequence, Doom Guy will actually advance, and then you can press the next switch. So that's how you'll make a sequence of switches there. And should also do these, make these switch repeatable if you don't want to soft lock the person, or make a switch once if you do want to soft lock them. Anyway, that's done. And then the next step is it needs to have an action. So right now, I need to make 2 lines because I wanted to do 2 things here. And you can do 3, 4 things. This is actually how I do the Crusher gradient in Spectrum of the Balls of Steel. I just have a bunch of lines like this and all of them start the Crushers. So anyway, the first action here that I want to do is I want to open up these arch files. So for these arch files, what I did is it's a floor that's raised, and that is tag 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these lines, give it tag 1. The action is here, floor, walk over once, floor, lower to lowest floor, and that will lower that and reveal the arch files. Then I also want to make this all damaging floor. So I'm going to go ahead and give it its own tag, tag 5, and I'm going to take this line, tag it with tag 5, and then this is what you need to do, take generalized actions, and it's going to be floor, trigger is going to be walk over once, speed, whatever. Direction, go ahead and just make it direction down. I prefer doing this. I'm sure there's a way out there to just change the floor and not like move it anywhere, but I actually prefer moving it and or changing the texture on it to indicate to the player that something has happened. So I'm going to go ahead and give it 24 map pixels. It's going to move down 24 map pixels, and we're probably going to have hollow mirrors, but that's okay. So change texture and effect. Crusher no. So change texture and effect. So the way this is going to work is it's going to change that sector into whatever is surrounding this line depth. That means the next step is to go ahead and change the sector around this line depth. So I want this sector to have special 16, damaging floor, and also I'm going to make the floor some kind of a blood texture. So what we've got going on here, to review, we've got 2 switches that lower lifts. The lifts are very quick, and this means that you have to press them in this correct order for Doom Guy to advance forward. And then after he does advance forward, he's going to run over one line that's going to lower that floor, reveal the arch files, and a second one that's going to cause this floor to turn into damaging floor. So do that, press 1, and then I'd like to show the Voodoo closet here. So he has advanced forward there, and when we hit the second one, these guys are going to be revealed. Huh. They're revealed, and that floor was damaging. So anyways, then of course you made a fight, you need to refine it and stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Till next time, peace.